groundbreaking series where volunteers go undercover in a jail with the mission to evoke positive change at the facility returns. 60 Days In airs with a new season tonight on A&E Network. Please welcome Sheriff Mike Smith. Hello, Sheriff Smith. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's really nice to have you on the show. So first off, what can we expect in the new season of 60 Days In? Because I've been watching all the previous seasons, and this is the show to watch on A&E.
Well, I think you can expect the best season you've ever seen, right?
Absolutely. Come on now.
Yeah, I think you're going to see what you expect to see. It's a jail just like any other jail. And inside jails, there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of problems. We have people in there who have spent a good part of their life destroying their life, and they all come together in one place, and that's what you get in a jail.
Now, 7 participants go behind the bars in the Utah County Jail to shed light on an influx of drugs, contraband, and gang activity. Sheriff Smith, what drugs are you having issues with inside the jail that we hope the contestants will get more information about to report back to you during their time in the program?
Yeah, so the drugs we see in our jail, most of it is a heroin-based drug. So, of course, we have fentanyl that's huge in our area, and I think sweeping the nation with its deadly results. We get all sorts of things, Suboxone. We get things that's diluted onto paper and smuggled in on paper, smuggled in their bodies, you name it. If there's a drug and they can get it in, people try to do it.
Now, Sheriff Smith, how do you really hope the participants going undercover, really help make a positive change for the jail and for the staff that work there?
So when we're talking narcotics specifically, we have people who a lot of the inmates in this jail are in on narcotics charges. So this one's huge for me. While they're in, I want them to be clean and sober. And so for me to be able to police the jail the best that we can and keep narcotics out, we've got to do it. And I hope the participants can help us find ways that it's coming in. We've put a lot of measures in place in our jail, but we're always looking for more. And it's our job to keep these inmates clean so that maybe they can have a few weeks, or as long as they're in here, some clarity of mind, and maybe decide that they want more out of life than what they were previously doing.
Now, Sheriff, can you share with us what will make this season a must-watch from previous seasons in the past on A&E? Because some of these past seasons have been pretty wild, especially the Atlanta jail. Oh my goodness, they were cuckoo.
Yeah. Well, we're not Atlanta, I'll tell you that. Um, but we're a jail, and what's interesting is, I think as you watch the seasons, you see a different flavor of each jail. And this is, of course, a jail in Utah. And like I said, we're not Atlanta, but I think you'll see that jail life has a lot of similarities. That a lot of the same type of people will be in our facility that you've seen in other facilities, and so you can expect to see that level of problems, I guess, for the best word to use, that occur with the human element of being in a jail.
Sheriff Smith, I'm looking at the B-roll there, or clips from the show that will air tonight, per se. I just would like to ask you, how do you guys keep this under wraps where, the actual people that are in jail that are supposed to be there, from some obvious, bad reasoning, how do they not know these 7 participants are going undercover, trying to help find information to report back to you guys? Like, how do you guys keep that under wraps where, because, I mean, in some seasons, you'll see some of the inmates, think, oh, is this 60 days in, coming inside our jail to film?
Yeah. And when you're in the ninth season, right, it's a little hard. So everybody knew a documentary was being made, a documentary on jail life, which is true. That's what we were doing.
Mhm.
Of course, the word 60 days in was never used. So they know a documentary is being filmed. They just don't know what it is. But you're right. People are always guessing, always, is this 60 days or you 60 days? And it gets to a point in the facility, when when people are all guessing everybody's 60 days, everybody's 60 days, nobody's 60 days. And so nobody, as far as, you know, they knew something was being filmed. They just didn't know quite what it was.
Mm-hmm. Now, Sheriff Smith, lastly, what are some of the big key takeaways that you really want the viewers to walk away with when watching this new season?
You know, for me, on the sheriff's office
Mm-hmm.
side, what I'd like them to walk away with is that this was a big step for us. It's not the easiest thing to do to allow a camera crew into your facility, but we wanted to be
Right.
open and transparent, and you know, we wanted to improve. If there's things that we can improve, we want to do it. It's tough to probably do it on a national platform and have any dirty laundry that comes out aired, you know, across the nation. But
Yeah.
our desire to improve and to change outweighed that, and we were willing to do that so that we could run the best facility that we could possibly run. And so that's why we allowed 60 days into our facility. They allowed us to do an audit, if you want to call it that, that without them, we never would have had the resources or the funding to do.
Wow. Now, I know I said last question, but this will be my last question, Sheriff. Now, when you guys begin film, or at least before filming, does A&E approach you guys, or like, do you approach A&E? Like, did you guys watch previous seasons and say, I think this show will be very helpful to our jail. Let's reach out to A&E. Like, how did the approach happen for you guys to be the for you guys to be the spotlight for the new season on A&E premiering tonight?
Yeah, we actually were approached. We were approached for several years asking if we would do it, and we
Yeah.
always said no, didn't have an interest in doing it.
Hmm.
And then on this season, you know, as I looked at it and thought, you know, why are we saying no? If we really want to improve, um,
Hmm.
then we're going to do it. And I have, you know, I talked to sheriffs from other seasons before I did it, and asked them about their experiences. And so it was something that, yeah, knowing that maybe some dirty laundry would be aired again, it was worth it
Hmm.
to improve our facility. And that's why, you know, on this season, I said, yes, let's do it. I want to be progressive. I want to be transparent in what's going on in our jail. So let's do it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you guys decided to say yes and do this, and I'm excited to watch tonight. The new season of 60 Days In premieres tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Pacific on A&E. Thank you, Sheriff Mike Smith, for coming on the show. Really nice to virtually meet you, and you take care and have a great day.
You too. Take care.